So welcome back to Policenauts here. So let's check the summary. So, prologue. Home. Lorraine is murdered by an unknown assailant after requesting Jonathan's help. The perpetrator is a mysterious individual with white blood. Jonathan heads back to Beyond, taking the 4 capsules and the leaf he got from Lorraine with him. He gathers information on the plane until it arrives. So let's check this area out. We can look out. Sure. Redwood. Remarkable, isn't it? An emotionless vacuum, silencing all but the tiniest of organisms. Moving your head a lot will only make your SAS worse. There's a button to call the stewardess and a button for the TV there. I won't click anything just yet. Let's click myself. Kinda hard trying to judge myself objectively. Jonathan Ingram, it's me. I must look like hell right now. You don't see many watches like those nowadays. Is that a radio controlled type? Yeah, this model is actually one of the first watches ever used in outer space. It's been modified into a radio controlled watch. What sort of badge is that? Oh, just this thing I have. Kind of a good luck charm. It's my Policenauts badge. I always wear it around my neck. We left home not that long ago. What's that crest on your jacket? This? It's the Policenauts crest. The Policenauts. They're from back in the day. You must have a real thing for them. It's the Policenauts crest. This thing is 30 years old now. That's an air circulator. When you go to sleep in zero gravity, the carbon dioxide you exhale collects around your head, which can make it difficult to breathe. That device creates an airflow to prevent that. It's a device for circulating air. It's different from an air conditioner. Let's check his tie out, maybe. He's an unusual kind of guy. He looks awkward to talk to. What is it? Something bothering you? I see you injured your arm. I just burned it a little. He's got a really pale complexion. Why is your skin that color? Because of my artificial blood. My red blood cells are actually white. White blood. I use first generation artificial blood, which is less complex than the third generation kind you see on home. And that is quite something, isn't it? Sorry if I'm being rude, but what's that writing on your forehead? This is my tag. All Frozeners have one. I've never seen writing like that before. These tags have been designed to prevent a person from being able to distinguish them. That therefore prevents them from being analyzed and forged. Never seen writing like that before. Must be painful. The best environment for treating a burn is zero gravity. Wonder if that's true. Are you really that surprised to see a Frozener? Oh, yeah, kinda. Sorry if I offended you. This is my first time I met one of you guys. Just be careful when you're on Beyond. The people there don't like to see discrimination against us. I'm not that kind of person. I really wish you wouldn't stare at me like that. Yeah, we checked them out pretty decently. Alright, let's mess with these buttons here. Let's turn on the TV. Let's see what's on the tube.
こんにちは。ニュースオーダーの時間です。現在、ビヨンド内でのナーク中毒者が急増しております。事態を重く見た BCP では、ビヨンドでのナーク根絶を図るため、特別チームを編成。ホームからのナーク流入ルートの解明を急いでいるとのことです。ナークはアヘンから作られる合成麻薬で、モルヒネ型依存症状と LSD などの幻覚誘発症状をも兼ね備えた麻薬の帝王と言われるものです。宇宙推進事業団によりますと、宇宙開発におけるナークの依存度は 30% を超えると報告されており、宇宙でのナーク中毒者は増加の傾向にあるとの見解に達しております。以上、BBC からお伝えしました。
BBC どこのテレビ局だろう。
今のはビヨンドのテレビ番組ですよ。ビヨンドコーストブロードキャスティング、つまり BBC ね。
I was also thinking of the British television. Let's see if we can maybe see it again, or maybe something else running. Let's give it another look. I think it might be repeating itself.
それでは次のニュース。今、全世界的に移植用臓器が不足しています。宇宙開発における宇宙環境の影響により、人体へのさまざまな障害が起こっています。無重力状態や宇宙船などにより臓器の疾患、異常が急増しており、このままでは十分な移植が賄えないとドナー不足に対する大きな不安が寄せられています。宇宙推進事業団ではホームの移植後進国などにドナーネットワークへの加入を呼びかけています。以上、カレン北条がお伝えしました。
Or not, it was actually something else. No comments this time from Jonathan. Let's try it again.
現在ビヨンド内でのナーク中毒者が急増しております。事態を重く見た BCP ではビヨンドでのナーク根絶を図るため特別チームを編成、ホームからのナーク流入ルートの解明を急いでいるとのことです。ナークはアヘンから作られる合成麻薬で、モルヒネ型依存症状と LSD などの幻覚誘発症状をも兼ね備えた麻薬の帝王と言われるものです。宇宙推進事業団によりますと、宇宙開発におけるナークの依存度は 30% を超えると報告されており、宇宙でのナーク中毒者は増加の傾向にあるとの見解に達しております。以上 BBC からお伝えしました。
Better not press it again, I'm guessing. They aren't running. He even says it. They aren't running any new stories. Bored already. Kinda. I'm tempted to click it again, but let's just call the press button. I'll call the stewardess over. Ooh.
はい、どうなさいましたか？顔色が悪いですね。宇宙酔いですか？
ああ。
緊張なさらないで気を楽にしてください。
ありがとう。
何か私にできることございますか
？Attendant. That's the monitor attached to the back of every seat. We're showing news from BBC right now. Have you watched some already? Yeah, I have actually. Alright, let's get naughty. You have exquisite legs. Thank you. But in zero gravity, the legs appear thinner than normal because your blood collects in the upper half of your body. It's called bird leg. Oh, I can even touch, but alright, let's just continue looking first. You really do have nice legs. I can see you're one of those smooth talkers. Let's not get too touchy just yet. Let's check everything else. That's a really tight skirt. This is a special skirt designed to prevent SAS. It puts pressure on the abdomen to prevent excess blood from moving to the upper half of the body as much as possible. Our entire uniform is designed this way. We also wear elastic stockings to help simulate blood flow to the extremities. Oh, are you not wearing a bra? They look so perky. That's right, you don't need a bra in zero gravity, nor do you need to worry about your hips, breasts, or cheeks sagging. I can even touch. Yeah, I see what you mean. Please don't look at me like that. See if she has anything to say about arms. I am glad I picked this flight. I might not have met such a beautiful stewardess otherwise. Well, thank you. You've got a really nice body. This is taking the SAS off my mind. I suppose if it's helping. Your uniform is a nice color. It really brings out your curves too. It works just like my skirt. You may not know that we wear a rubber undershirt too. It helps prevent the muscles from heteropiling in zero gravity. I probably butchered that word there. Contrary to its appearance, this is an excellent material for zero gravity. It doesn't feel very comfortable though. As long as it looks good, as long as it looks good. That's an explanation of the emergency life pod. Please be sure to go over it. A life pod? Is that like a survivable? No, a life pod has room for 30 people. In the event we have to use the life pod, remember that you would be putting on your spacesuit first. Those are stored up above. The life pod is only there in case of an emergency. Try to relax and enjoy the flight. Alright, let's... Would it bother you if I touched your legs? Ah! Get your hands off me! I just thought I'd take a hands-on approach to learning about the effects on zero gravity. That's all. You pervert! You know, I don't think I've ever felt a pair in zero gravity before. What are you doing? This would really help my SAS. What are you doing? Oh god. Please don't look at me that way, sir. You're really cute. Your face is a little chubby though. In zero gravity, your blood collects in the upper half of your body, causing your face to swell a little. It's called moon face. Interesting. I think I'm gonna enjoy my trip if there are girls as beautiful as you are there. Thank you. Alright, let's talk. Miss? What do you need? Sorry, can I ask you to make it quick? Alright, let's see. Let's ask a few questions if we can. Beyond Coast, mankind's first space colony was completed in 2010. Since immigration was open to the general public in 2013, the colony's population has grown to approximately 1 million people. Nearly 1/3 of the current population is comprised of second-generation inhabitants. Oh god, we can't even go more into detail beyond that. Size. Well, first of all, the colony is a cylinder type. It's 6.5 kilometers in diameter and 32 kilometers in length. It makes one complete rotation every 2 minutes, creating artificial gravity virtually equal to that of Earth's 1G. The colony surface and mirrors are divided into 3 sections around the central axis, which each section having an area of 90 square kilometers. It's the first and last O'Neill-type colony. Beyond isn't that far from Earth as some people think. It's approximately 380,000 kilometers from Earth, which is about the same distance as between Earth and the Moon. Climate. That's what people tend to be most curious about. By changing the angles of its 3 solar mirrors, Beyond is able to create the effect of a day-night circle and maintain a mild temperature all year round. Its climate is virtually identical to that of the west coast of the United States. That's the other reason it's called Beyond Coast. Its environment isn't as alien as some people expect. It's an almost perfect recreation of Earth's. It has artificial clouds, various forms of precipitation, and even wind as well. The particle pressure of the oxygen and carbon dioxide in its atmosphere are also the same. Partial pressures. Alright, SAS. The medical definition of Space Adaptation Syndrome, or SAS, is the symptoms of one experiences during adaptation to zero gravity. It varies from person to person, but over 50% of people develop symptoms within 1 to 2 hours of entering weightlessness. Cause. Much was revealed about the nature of SAS after the turn of the century. The previously held Barani theory was rejected, with the cause of SAS now said to be a vestibular disorder. The vestibular system undergoes a paralysis, throwing off one's center of balance. It's called the vestibular disorder theory. It states that several organs that perceive gravity are involved in this disruption. Not just the otoliths of the inner ear. Treatment. Generally speaking, the most effective form of treatment available would be to give an intramuscular injection of promethazine, but because SAS varies from person to person, there are currently no medications capable of alleviating all its symptoms. While it's somewhat rudimentary, keeping your head as still as possible will reduce a lot of the discomfort. Symptoms including dizziness, cold sweats, vomiting, headache, and fatigue are often accompanied by a false feeling of falling over that doesn't occur in normal motion sickness. The longest they last is about 2 days, however, so you should be fine by the time you arrive. She just goes over it, so don't have to click it twice. Zero gravity is effect. There is no hydrostatic pressure in zero gravity, so much of your bodily fluids collect in the upper half of your body in an attempt to evenly distribute them. When this happens, your body thinks the amount of blood in the bloodstream has increased, causing the brain to send a message to the kidneys. Basically, you end up having to urinate more often. There are efforts underway to try and control this misperception in the brain through methods like biofeedback and yoga. If you're that concerned about it, why not take something for it? The plane. Of course. Normally we would spend the night in an Earth-orbiting space station and then travel the rest of the way in orbital transfer vehicle. But this is a direct flight to beyond, which takes about 2 days. Toilets. In accordance with stricter space debris regulation, the plane doesn't eject waste out into space like before. So you won't get the chance to see any space fireflies like Project Mercury's astronaut Glenn or Milky Way's like Aura 7's astronaut Carpenter. Spade food has vastly improved over the years and is actually quite tasty now. Following the latest trends on Earth, we even offer Japanese kusling as well. However, because flavors aren't preserved very well under low air pressure, we don't bother using any exotic flavorings in our food. tank, which contains liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, is considerably big, so there's only enough seating space for 30 people, including crew. That's why the life pods hold exactly 30, huh? I've noticed it's extremely quiet on board. The walls of the plane are reinforced with piezoelectric elements. They cancel out the noise from the plane by bending in the opposite direction of the vibrations outside. That's why it was so quiet when we were leaving the atmosphere, wasn't it? There are optical fibers running all over the body of the plane. If any problem should occur outside, we'll know right away. A world of difference from the shuttles we had 30 years ago. Sensors on the outside of the plane check for any changes in conditions like pressure or temperature, and automatically make adjustments to the plane's course accordingly. The plane, unlike a conventional airplane, is flat, lifting body. Yeah, the actual plane itself creates lift, not just the wings, right? Yes, that's why the wings are so small. I know a little about the old shuttles myself. All space planes are lifting bodies. Since there are less than 30 passengers, there are no separate classes on board. You'll remember I was talking about the effects of zero gravity a moment ago. Space travel also causes changes in your body's internal secretions and metabolism, which can affect your sense of taste. You may not be completely satisfied with certain aspects of the food, but we ask for your understanding. The toilet uses a vacuum waste collection system, so it might feel a little ticklish. Ticklish? I see that part hasn't changed. Normally we would swim. It's just same one. Alright, arrival time. How much longer will it be until we arrive? We still have a long way to go yet. Just try to relax and enjoy the flight. How about now? We still have a long way to go yet. There's no need to worry, we'll get there in one piece, I promise. Okay. Before we ask for medicine, let's show whatever we can. Photo photo. Have you ever seen the man in this photo before? Are they family members of yours? Lorraine photo. What do you think of this picture? She's a very beautiful woman. I can't believe you're trying to ask me out when you got someone like that. This is a photo of me and Lorraine from when we went to Lucasworld. The one I had sitting on my desk back in the office. Never hurts to think ahead. Capsules. Have you ever seen capsules like these before? What kind of pills are those? If you're feeling sick, I have medicine for SAS with me. Do you feel sick? Any idea what kind of leaf this is? It doesn't look familiar, no. Don't forget that if you're taking plants into Beyond, they need to be inspected at the spaceport. You recognize this photo? Yes, I've seen it in textbooks. They were Beyond's original cops. You're going to Beyond to learn about Policenauts, aren't you? Yeah. There's an exhibit on the Policenauts at the Astronauts Memorial Museum. Alright, time to ask for the meds. So, no. You think you could give me something for my SAS? It must be really uncomfortable for you, but these things do take a while to take the effect, you know? You might not need it a little bit. Yeah, I know, but I'd still rather take something. You don't seem very sick to me, my perfect little friend. Let's take the medicine. Here is a relax affix then. Relax affix? Who makes these? Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, huh? Thanks, here goes nothing. Oh, we can even flirt. If you're free, how about showing a stranger around beyond? Sorry, but I wouldn't feel comfortable around a pervert like you. Shit. How does you and me having a dinner under the stars after we land sound? I'm sorry, but I'd rather not. Not with you anyway. Denied. If you're free, how about showing a stranger? Please stop trying to ask me out. Let's ask for the time once again. No. I think you'll start to feel better very soon. I think I'll hold off for now. Just keep on taking medicine, let's see what happens. You'd like another one? Here you go. Thanks, let me try another. Still not feeling better. Here you are. Last one, promise. Taking any more of that isn't good for you. You shouldn't take that many at once. Okay, we can't get any more. Nothing we can really do. Is there anything else I can do for you? Can you stay a little longer? Stop that door. We'll throw you off the flight! Is this all you ever do? Oh god. Stop it! I'm going to get really angry. Yeah, we're really pissing it off here. I think I'm gonna enjoy my trip after as beautiful. Now she's cool again. I don't think I can really do anything else. Excuse me? What do you need? Sorry, can I ask you to make it quick? There we go. Can I assist you with anything else? Thanks for your time. I'll bet. What must this guy be thinking? He's like a zombie or something. It doesn't feel very nice to be stared at, you know. Alright, let's have a talk with you then, Redwood. You mind if we talk? His background. About your skin color. It's Really like that because of the artificial blood all the time. It's always like this. Yes. Are you from beyond? Yes, I was born and raised there. I had a family matter to attend to on home. And yourself? Are you a terrestrial? Not exactly. I used to be an amphibian. You know, going back and forth between home and beyond. An amphibian? You were one of the amphibians? It was a long time ago, back when we were called astronauts. It might not make much sense to terrestrials, but beyond is a home for me. To be honest, though, I guess Frozeners don't really have a home. Just gonna have a drink here. His job. First generation artificial blood. Are you military? Something like that, yes. I am a Frozener after all. So what about that injury to your arm? Yes, what about it? Never mind. You must be a pretty busy guy. My job isn't that involving. No, not at all. After all, space has been at peace the entire century. My job isn't involved. Don't think I can ask really anything else there. Beyond. If you're going to Beyond for a sex vacation... What? What makes you say that? I think I know the place you'd like. It's called Kabuki Quarter. Beyond is a very nice place. It has 1G artificial gravity and its own plant life. Terrestrials enjoy it a lot there too. Why not try talking to the stewardess again instead of me? What's that supposed to mean? It'll be hitting its 30th birthday soon. There are festivals going on all over Beyond to mark the anniversary. Frozeners. What do you mean by Frozeners? A Frozener is someone created from an artificial fertilized egg held in cyrogenetics storage by the government, or the breeders, as some people call them. The egg is later transferred to a surrogate mother for gestation and delivery. Oh yeah, I heard a little about them. There's still a severe shortage of manpower in space development. You sound like I'm boring you. You were asking about the writing on my forehead. All Frozeners have an identification code like this tagged into our foreheads, surprising as it might seem. There's a great number of Frozeners on Beyond. When I was talking about discrimination, that was in reference to the terrestrials who go there. There's no discrimination against us on Beyond like there is on home. If anything, we're considered superior. Artificial blood. What does having artificial blood do for somebody? Artificial blood has a higher oxygen transportation efficiency than normal blood, so it makes heavy blood loss less of a life-threatening condition. The body functions aren't negatively affected in areas of low oxygen density either. Yeah, that's perfect for people working in space. So why hasn't it been adopted for widespread use? A normal person's kidneys and lungs wouldn't be able to process this type of artificial blood. You need to make slight improvements to the kidneys and lungs via gene therapy and also undergo regular hemodialysis. That requires incredible amounts of money and the proper facilities. Guess we can't really expect the public to be on it anytime soon then. It just says the same one there. Excuse me. Arrival time. When are we going to arrive? You look concerned with the time. I just can't seem to settle down. Didn't you just ask the stewardess? You know, I can understand why you're nervous. Beyond isn't that much further now. What's he mean with that? When are we going to arrive? Your sense of time on Beyond is different from when you're on home. It's really nothing to worry about though. Beyond isn't that much further now. Alright, let's show some of the photos here. Who's photo? I'm sorry, who are they? I don't know them. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to. They look Asian. Are they famous? Are they Japanese by any chance? Why do you ask? There are a lot of Japanese in space, and nearly all of them are connected to Tokugawa. Is that your wife? No. Oh, so she is your girlfriend? Something about her reminds me of the woman from that other photo. I guess the ages are too far apart though. That photo looks really old. Hey, is the date correct? Yeah. Are those the capsules the stewardess gave you? If those are for SAS, I don't need any. I'm beyond, so I'm alright. What kind of leaf is that? Is it from a terrestrial plant? He doesn't know either. Policenauts photo. A Policenauts photo. Why am I not surprised? It's about as rare as the crest, as that crest. You must have a real thing for them. You seem like an old-fashioned kind of guy. You could say I don't keep up with all the trends. Now virtually anyone can go to outer space.
少し眠ったらどうです？
そうですね。宇宙酔いも楽になりましたから。
何かあれば起こしてあげますよ。
それじゃあ。
Not sure what to make out of that redwood guy.
お疲れ様でした。当機は間もなくビヨンドコースト宇宙港に到着いたします。到着ロビーにて国際宇宙検疫制度に従った消毒殺菌入国手続きをお願いいたします。なお、ただいまジュースと食塩錠剤をお配りしております。フライト中に体外へ流出した体液を補給するようご利用ください。本日は当 ASL のスペースプレーンをご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。またのご利用をお待ちしております。まもなくビヨンド宇宙港に接岸します。
ビヨンドコースト。天と地が一つに見えるところ。ここは本当のあの世、ビヨンドかもしれん。地球でのネゴシエーター特権もここでは通用しまい。一人で北条の行方を探すのは困難かもしれない。エド・ブラウンに協力を仰ぐのが賢明だろう。奴なら快く引き受けてくれるはずだ。エドはビヨンド警察 BCP にいる。奴も50代半ばのはず。ポリスノーツ時代からだから、きっと BCP でも出世してるに違いない。念のためにポリスノーツ時代の写真とロレインの写真を持ってきた。何かの役に立つかもしれない。BCP はこの宇宙港の近くにあるはず。まずはエドを探しに BCP へ急ごう。
Alright. Let's see what we can do here. They look like they're waiting for a flight. Space travel's heck of a lot easier now compared to before. In our day, we had to undergo a 150-point medical exam in order to get off the ground. They look like they're here to meet someone getting off a flight. I can't imagine there's anyone here to meet me. There's passengers everywhere. Space is within reach of the common man now. It looks like they've only got a carry-on bag. It's a space plane pilot. Active amphibians can adapt to 1G environment almost right away. As a civilian pilot. The days when space was reserved for astronauts died while I was away. There's passengers everywhere. That escalator goes up to the second floor. It's a low gravity escalator. This is one of the spaceport's information areas. There is a woman sitting behind the desk. It's a board displaying information about spaceplane departures and arrivals. I can't get over how many flights there are. The arrivals area is full of people waiting to meet passengers. The information is being updated constantly. It's a jumbo TV screen. It's showing news from BBC. I'll never get anything done standing around here. I should get over to BCP and see it. Alright, how do we proceed? These plants have been selectively bred to photosynthesis artificial light as well as natural light. They're perfect for replenishing the colony's oxygen supply. It's always nice seeing another life out there. The spaceport is near the center of the colony, so they've covered the floor with adhesive carpet to counteract the low gravity. People call it theater carpet. That's why I can walk fine in regular sneakers. I'll never get anything done staying right there. Right, but how do you proceed is the question. Okay, move. Well, let's first go to the BCP.
よし、BCP へ急ごう。ここが BCP か。さあ、エドに会えるといいが。
It says Beyond Coast Police Department. These are the police cars they're using nowadays? They don't look any different from ones on home. That car must belong to someone here. There is only one sort of person who illegally parks in front of a place like that, like this. It's an illegally parked car. Some things never change. As you'd expect for the headquarters of Beyond's police, it's quite a building. The big change from that tiny makeshift setup we had when we were Policenauts. This is BCP headquarters. These, the police suits BCP uses, they look like something you'd take to war. This one looks the same. They're police suits employed by BCP. Kinda pathetic, they gotta depend on these. I don't think there's anything else here. It's a garden. Looks well maintained. I bet you only find these varieties on the corner. Those places look separate from BCP. I wonder what's in those. They don't look like housing or anything. They are some other building right next to the station. Alright, I don't think we can see anything else here. I guess I'll go inside.